There we go. Hey everybody, sorry about this. Oh, we're actually right on time. Sorry about the almost delay. I had to check my microphone because the signal wasn't going through, but everything's working out fine. Hope you guys all had a pretty good weekend here. We have a lot to talk about today. This month is, this week overall is looking pretty bearish as far as I'm concerned. We have about a couple days here to really get some strong movement as far as Bitcoin's concerned. Otherwise, we're most likely going to be heading all the way back down here to like below $22,000, which is not going to be the thing we're looking for, obviously. So we're going to be talking about this, the SPY, the NASDAQ, everything else, that we always talk about. And then we're going to be doing a little bit of a recap of what's been going on over the past, let's just call it a month or so. Because overall, the market's been going down a little bit. We're going to be talking about BUSD. Should you guys be holding it? The market cap issue going on with that right now, as far as people continuing to sell off their BUSD, which hasn't led to anything crazy happening yet. But people are getting more and more worried about maybe what that might mean for Binance in case they had any loans or collateralized issues, around some of their projects and stuff like that. Okay, so hope you guys are all doing okay. If you guys haven't yet, make sure to answer the poll question. I'm not even sure if this this live stream went out. I don't even see anybody watching. Uh-oh, I might have messed up something here. No, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see. In fact, I don't even know. Let's see right here. Anything else I messed up here? Public. There you go. We'll see how it works. Okay, now people are coming in. Okay, I don't think the stream's been getting as many notification alerts from what you guys have been telling me. But basically, everybody, let's talk about Bitcoin here and where things are going from now. Let's go right here. Let's go right here. There we are. That should make up a little bit better. And hey, Mr. Pittman, happy to see you back, man. So the first thing I'm going to draw you guys' attention to before we start going over the SPY, the NASDAQ, and the Dow Jones here is you can see over the past few days, we've been kind of playing around with this 20-day moving average as far as Bitcoin's concerned. And, we did have that nasty day where we broke down below it. We stayed underneath it for just one day, then we kind of bounced back up. In short, today, we really want to stay above that level. Right now, it looks like the 20-day moving average on the Bitcoin tether chart is around 23,329. If we actually break down below that today and close down below it, I would suspect we're going to be having a really rough day that brings us well below the $23,000 mark, probably just back down here towards 22,800, 22,700 perhaps. But then after that, we're going to be testing out the 50-day moving average. And you guys could already see here that we are going to be having a death cross unless we have a pump over the next, again, like 36 hours or so. Guys, we're in a bad pinch right now. We need to have a stronger move here. Otherwise, things are just going to get really, really ugly for us. If we go over here to the 4-hour chart, you guys can already see the death cross is starting to come over. We already saw that first death cross between the 20 and the 50. Big move down here. And so far, it looks like we're going to have another one here probably Wednesday sometime. So again, just be observant of that. The other thing I've been looking at here as far as Bitcoin's concerned is really just looking at this right here. Last time we had a head and shoulders kind of playing out with like this, it was a little bit cleaner. This shoulder is really, really ugly. This head is kind of ugly. And I don't even know if we're actually going to have another shoulder before all is said and done. But we do have this nice trend line right here. And as long as we stay above that, hopefully we can try to continue this pattern of higher lows here. But so far, again, we have had these a low, a higher low, a higher low. If we start breaking down from this right now, we're most likely going to be at least testing back here. But if we test here again, we are going to be breaking down. And again, if we don't find a way to have a reversal on this one, that's where things get a little bit more ugly. And we start heading back down here to $20,000. Is it for sure that we can actually go back down that far? Sure. But at this point here, guys, we need to continue having good news as far as the economy is concerned. We had okay news today, I believe, about housing. Housing is doing okay. So a lot of people are trying to get loans right now for housing. We'll see if that's good. But, the rates have been dripping a little bit. My one concern here, and I think the reason why the market's been doing okay over the last few days has really just been about the dollar index. We talk about it every now and again. We used to talk about it a lot more when we were just kind of seeing this massive move here. But you guys see how we just had a golden cross here on the dollar index here, change of character, seeing some really bullish signs. The only thing really holding us up at this point is you could say maybe the resistance levels over here from about, when was that, early January, right? Some resistance right up there. But I would say it's actually more of just the weekly moving averages here. You see that 20-week moving average and that 50, that death cross. That's a really good sign if you guys want to see the dollar come back down. But because inflation seems to be stickier than expected, if we pull our Uno reverse card, so to speak, and we actually break above these moving averages, this is going to be what you might call just a mini disaster for stocks, because you're going to see the market continue to grind down in a way that's just not going to be good overall for anybody, unless you guys are hoping to buy some larger dips for yourself. As you see over here on the dollar index, just your simple trend line right there, right? We've been going up week after week after week. This is the first week we've seen any, negativity, so to speak. Because on the weekly chart, this is our first week of actually getting into any major levels of resistance. So if you guys are more bullish here, you guys want to see us get rejected and come back down. That should help out the stock market a little bit more. So now going over to the Dow Jones. Back this mic up a little bit. Let's go to we can go to the weekly chart first. Not much has been changing here. I just want to reiterate that to you guys. We've still been going the majority of the way sideways over the past few months. You can guys, this is a weekly chart. It's been a lot of the same here. One new thing that happened last week again is we broke down below the 20-week moving average, and now we're testing out the support at the 50. This seems to be a solid level of support for us right now, even all the way back over here in December. It's working out okay. Hopefully we have an opportunity to bounce. But again, if you kind of look at the 50 here, which is kind of interesting, it has been slowing down, but it still has this negative move to it. And if the 200 here continues to go up at this rate, we are eventually going to have a death cross sometime in July. Summer. Let's just call it summer. I don't know exactly when this is going to happen. And historically, the death crosses between the 50s and the 200s, as you guys know, are just not good signs of where the economy has been. But I'm hoping that perhaps if things turn out okay, we have this soft landing, which I don't think is going to happen, but I would always hope for it, right? Perhaps we don't actually all come back down way down here to maybe $25,000, $26,000 as far as the Dow Jones is concerned. Back over here on the daily chart. Back over here. There we go. Minor breakdowns, nothing too crazy. You guys saw the breakdown a few days ago last week. The market's been kind of in a shitty mood here. But again, just a bunch of breakdowns. We're looking at the support levels right now. I wanted to use the 200 here, but there's not really much of a support level in the past here or resistance level. So at this point, I think we just have a support level around the 32,630 level. If the Dow Jones starts breaking down below that, of course, I'd be a little bit more concerned, especially as that will lead to multiple death crosses across the daily and the weekly charts. Again, that's just not what you want to see. Excuse me, the daily charts. I think on the 4-hour chart for this, we've already seen the first death cross. Yeah. I mean, the trends are all looking pretty negative at this point, guys. What we really need to see happening is, again, over the next 36 hours, which is going to be crucial for a lot of assets out there, we need to see some of these really large moves here, like on the upside for all asset classes. I mean, stocks, crypto, you name it. They need to have those bigger pumps or we're going to be in some deep shit. As far as the NASDAQ's concerned, let's go over to the daily first. The breakdown, we already talked about that. Overall, guys, we're just making new lows here. I guess we can start off to this low we had, another low. We had another low over here, then right here. We're still kind of coming down slowly. And this kind of tracks to what we've been talking about over the past few weeks as far as whenever we, going back to it, I thought that this whole rally over here was kind of crazy. I called it more of an irrational rally. The irrationality really came when we started breaking up above these levels here, and everybody was going like, oh my gosh, there's going to be no recession. Everything is perfect in the world, and people are going to be very happy, right? But when I talked about us breaking down, which I said it was going to happen eventually, once we started seeing those bad earnings reports from Apple, Google, Amazon, we started to come back down a little bit more. But again, we're not crashing, guys. We're just seeing that nice gradual move down. And that's pretty good, guys. If we have this large gradual move like this, there's a greater opportunity for us to break out over the next few weeks. If we were coming down hard like over here, you see these minor moves of capitulation where we come up really fast for a few days, but overall the trend continues. So I do think, guys, if we have some type of good news, there is an opportunity for us later on this week or possibly next week where we actually do have a larger move on the upside. But for now, I'm still very bullish on the overall market, especially going over for the next few quarters. But primarily this week, I'm just not too excited about anything. There have been some individual plays you guys could buy and do some day trading with. It looks like so far today, it was mostly just Tesla, or you guys could just be doing the day trading of crypto. Moving over here to the SPY, though, the SPY just officially broke down, Friday? Today, we still confirmed the breakdown. We did not get back above this and hold, unfortunately. But, at least we managed to get back above that 50. I think the SPY could actually be a little bit more sideways than the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ looks like it just wants to keep on going down slowly. The SPY could at least go sideways for a few more days before making that big plunge down. But overall, don't mistake this. We still have broken down, and we've been waiting for these breakdowns for a while. These breakdowns on these major indexes have been pretty good for us, right? This one right here broke down. That large move came a few days later. I know a couple of you guys traded that. a few of you guys were just trading some of these moves, like these short-term ones. That was a pretty nasty one, but I think that was just more of a day trader when I remember it. Let's go back over here very fast. Yeah, because you would have had to be more exact on this one. Let's see. Yeah, we didn't close right here. Let's see. No, this one didn't work out too well. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of the NASDAQ then. Yeah, because this one wouldn't have worked out. That'd have been so crazy. What was the pattern here? We'll be cutting off that one. This is the one I'm thinking of. Okay, this one right here. Still, the fact that that one was kind of wild. There must have been some news here I'm just forgetting or whatever from last week. Yeah, there was some news here. But okay, let's go back over here very fast. Boom. So we do see everything showing some weakness. We do see everything breaking down right now. It's not the best look. However, because everybody is paying attention to the Fed, there's still going to be that opportunity for all of us to make some money here. Let's go back over here. And we're still kind of at those high levels of resistance as far as Bitcoin's concerned. I'm really expecting Bitcoin to have a negative day here today, guys. If you're bullish, you're kind of expecting it just to hold this 20-day moving average. Okay. Now, I hope you guys have all been doing good. Make sure to answer that poll question here. I'm going to hop out over here to the 15-minute chart before I start talking about some other stuff here. Hey, good evening, GT. Hey, Daniel. Hey, PHX. What's right here? Gregory. What's right here? Gamer GHS. I learned the chart originally from Michael. Have come a long way. Much respect him. Yeah, I appreciate that. I can't pronounce your name, but I'll call you Cap. Oh, that reminds me, guys. Okay, so a few things I wanted to talk to you guys about before I start saying hi and some other stuff again. Loki says hello. I think I don't have any treats for him, so he'll be mad. But Loki, come up here. Come on. He's been having a really fun day. Yep. Come over here. Say hi to everybody. Up. He's looking for a treat when he does this, but there's no treat for him. He's been getting scratches and he's been playing outside all day. Good boy. Yeah. I don't have a treat for you. I'm sorry. You get 10 scratches? Okay. Basically, there's a few things I want to update you guys on. So I've been getting some more work done as far as this course that I'm building out for all of you guys. And I was talking to a couple of you guys. I think it was, let me make sure I was talking about the right person here before I start doing names and whatnot. Let me go over here to comments. There we go. I was talking to Shannon. There it is, Shannon Kelly. And I had told you guys a while ago that I was going to try to put up the course that I'm building, like video by video for members. And so what I figured out how to do with some of my friends that work on a larger YouTube channels help me out. I'm going to do the videos video by video for you guys that are Sat 5 members and above. And then every time I finish a video in this course, I'm going to just put it there for all the members to see. That way, when I down the road when I how do I say it? Launch the course, you know, probably months from now, honestly, because remember this course is going to be like 50 hours long. Let's hope it gets that long. But basically, when I do launch it, I'll probably take off all those videos like a week afterwards. So that would make life a little bit easier. Uh-oh. My YouTube just kind of went kapoozy. What the heck happened? Everything just went blank on me as far as YouTube's concerned. I think I'm still live. That's good. But YouTube kind of cut off all my messages to you guys. Let's refresh. Refresh. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Everything working okay? Everything working okay? Okay, sweet. Okay, sorry about that, guys. That really freaked me out for a second. I was like, okay, is YouTube like stopping my stream or something? So I will be doing that for all of you guys out there, and I'll be doing it for months and months. That way, as far as the people that like support the channel, they've been here for a while, you guys can get it, and you guys won't have to pay whatever I end up charging for it down the road. For a course, like it depends on how long I make this course, and like I'm gonna make it, then I'm gonna fill in a whole bunch of blanks, and then like figure out how long it is afterwards. This is probably gonna be about 50 hours, so I'll probably end up charging like $400-500 for it, to be honest, which is why like I'll give you guys coupon codes if you want them down the road. So you guys are never gonna pay that if you guys are watching the stream like over the next few months. You guys aren't gonna pay that price. It's like for other people that kind of show up during a more crazier time in the market, so to speak. But I will be putting the videos up bit by bit. I'm gonna start from scratch again as far as the videos I've made so far, just to make sure they're all kind of nice and neat and they're kind of fitting this new structure that I'm building out. But so far over the past few days, I've been getting done a lot of the stock trading basics here. So I'm going to redo the intro as far as me just explaining. And the intro is just like the overview of the course, which is basically just this going over everything. But I'm almost done with the stock trading basics part right here, and that's kind of chapter 1, lesson 2, financial statements. This is the second part of the chapter, but I've been using some software to create some potential examples for balance sheets and stuff like this, income statements here, and I think I have to do a couple more after that. What's after this? Income statements, cash flow statements is next. So basically, I'll be going over a whole bunch of stuff with these videos, but I'm gonna do each video is probably going to be a lesson of a chapter. So if chapter 1 is everything about stocks, what I ended up naming it, everything about stocks, then only the lesson 1 part, which goes over stocks, what is a stock, the different types of stocks, whatever, all that type of information, all this type of stuff, then this will all be one video. But when we go over here to lesson 2, financial statements, that's totally different realm of of what it's much more different than what a stock is. So this will be a separate video, and I think that's how I'm going to structure the videos as far as on the course when I do it down the road. No, it'll be different for the course. On the course, it'll be different. It'll be subsections within this for each video. But for the YouTube videos, I'll just put everything into one. Because for the course, I'm gonna have it be like chapter 1, lesson 2. Introduction is its own video. Then the balance sheet is gonna be its own video where I go over the balance sheet, all the information about it, how to read it, all that type of stuff. Because I have to add a whole bunch of stuff on here. I have to do much more than you guys are thinking I'm doing right now. And then balance sheet, and the rest of no, this is income statements. But yeah, all this stuff right here, this will be one video. Then income statements, going through the examples, yada yada yada. That'll be a separate video. And then cash flow sentiment, that'll be another video as well. So I think that's the way I'm structuring it at this point in time. But for all of you guys that want to, you guys will be able to see the course. I would say starting next week, I'll have the first few videos up. Probably just part of the stock ones, and then the introduction. And then after that, that following week, or maybe a few days after, actually, I'm going pretty fast with the stock stuff. I will go over the balance sheets, income statements, and everything else. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. And depending on how everything works out, I'll ask you guys for questions and I'll tweak stuff. So in the final version, everything's really nice and easy, so to speak. Everything's good. Is it a flag on the NASDAQ? So as far as the NASDAQ is concerned, I don't remember which time frame you're probably referring to, but right now there's a bunch of stuff happening to the NASDAQ. So I would say right here, I'm kind of looking at that right now as far as I'm looking at the weekly chart. So we just kind of made a new level of resistance here. We're kind of slowly coming back down over here. But on the daily chart, there is a smaller move you could be looking at here, possibly. So you could be just adding that right there. Personally, I've just been kind of adding this little bit of a kind of a channel, but opening channel right here. I'm still in my mind overall there, Joe. Sorry, guys. Jesus. Overall, I'm just thinking about this downtrend that we're currently in after breaking out. The reason I'm much more bearish is the news hasn't necessarily just been the greatest so far. All of a sudden, the media has just changed on a dime because we're no longer going sky high here. All of a sudden, now everything's all doom and gloom, doom and gloom. And, excuse me, guys, I almost sneezed. I'm going to sneeze here in a second. I'm more concerned that we're about to have a market makers, the hedge funds, whatever. They're going to start pushing down the overall market so we don't start having all these bullish signs like the golden crosses right here between the 50-day and the 200-day. It's been a while since we actually broke down from here. If we start having those moves, I'd be kind of concerned that the market's going to have a massive pump before eventually having a massive crash. Now, we would trade that massive pump if it were to occur, but I would still be very cautious during it, if that makes sense here. Possibly if we find some support here on the 200, maybe you're trying to look at something more like this, where it's trying to consolidate for a breakout. That could also be a factor here. To me, though, I'm looking at this more of a macro level view, because the way I'm looking at this market for the year is, I think, my philosophy here is that over the year, we're actually going to eventually break down from this. Who knows how long it'll take, right? If we just follow this line, it's like May, but it's not going to be exactly that, right? We're going to test out the October lows, and then we're going to plummet to some lows over here, and probably just bounce around somewhere between 9,000, 10,000. That'd be the bottom, and then we start taking off again. And this is if we have a mild recession. If we have some type of catastrophic recession, which I don't see it happening yet because the consumer still appears to be strong, then, then of course we could always go lower. But if we kind of put this along with those COVID high, like the pre-COVID highs, I think that's a reasonable bottom level for this NASDAQ market because it still seems like everything is doing okay at this point, right? The real concern seems to be at this point, if rate hikes for whatever reason aren't so good, and we have to keep rates higher for a longer period of time, inflation is sticky, this Russia-Ukraine war gets worse and worse and worse, and we have to start sanctioning China, which leads to them sanctioning us, which leads to more inflation, more rate hikes higher for longer. If something like that happens and we go into a deeper recession, things get a little bit more scary because the chart won't look so easy as far as just coming down and trying to bounce around for a little bit and kind of go back up like we normally are used to, like when we saw the big financial crisis, right? We kind of have a scary move, then we kind of go sideways, or the dot-com bubble, we kind of went down for a while, went sideways for a little bit at the bottom, and then we kind of just started going back up slowly. In this experience, we're probably going to have something more of an effect like what you might have just seen here on the 2000 dot-com bubble. You see how we kind of went up a little bit and then we just kind of went sideways for a while and growth wasn't too good? We might end up hitting something like this, but instead of us having a really big rebound, that rebound might only come back up maybe this high, then go more sideways with maybe a big dump right there, a big dip right there, then eventually take off. That's the worst case scenario. I don't see it happening at this point, but it's in my head just in case something nasty like that would actually occur. But again, at this point, I don't have any reason to think that we're just going to have some terrible, terrible recession. I just still think it's going to be a mild recession. That's been my consensus, I guess, since like last year, right? But let's hope it doesn't end up being too bad. If we start seeing some really nasty moves like that as far as the NASDAQ or the SPY, then of course I start to get much more concerned. But the way all these charts are looking, like historically, let's just kind of forget about the price action here and just kind of look at these moving averages. Let's get rid of all the signals, all that type of stuff, right? 2008, you can see those death crosses right there. .com bubble over here, those death crosses over here. Over here, we don't have to worry about it too much because there was hardly any computers and what we kind of experience as modern day trading. But we're kind of close to that right now. We haven't had the crossovers yet, but we're getting close. But what's interesting about this one is, again, everybody got hyped all of a sudden, and you can see that 20 just like booming back up here out of nowhere, which is just so crazy. And I know it's kind of weird just to look at moving averages like this. But overall, this 50 is still coming down. That 200 is still going up. We're still going to have that cross. That cross is not going to be good news. I'm a big proponent of weekly death crosses. You guys know that. I got called crazy when I was ringing the alarm bells on the Bitcoin death crosses over here back at the 20 and the 50. That was a negative, crazy sign. And I remember back in the day, I was getting so much flack for it. I almost changed my mind because I was like, oh, maybe I am wrong, because you remember this huge candle that we saw on the weekly chart? It was massive, even the daily chart here. I think we were running into the 200. Yeah, right there. And I was like, oh, maybe we break out above that. Oh, we might have a good move. We had broken out above this resistance level right there. Things were looking really good, right? But all of a sudden, that death cross happened. Oh gosh, that was a crazy time. Exchanges were falling like rocks. But yeah, so when you kind of put that into perspective as far as Bitcoin's concerned, I wonder if this would be the best Bitcoin chart for it. No, this has too much clunk stuff going on here. I wonder if I can go. I'll go to this chart. Let's go to. I'm gonna zoom out very fast, guys. Sorry. Let's go to this one. This is the daily. Yeah. Okay. So we're right there. Let's go to the weekly one. I need to do a weekly, but for Coinbase Bitcoin, this should be negative. Yeah. There we go. Okay. All right. There we go. So if we start having a worse time than just a mild recession, I think that's more of where you start to see Bitcoin coming all the way back down here to $11,000, $10,000 and whatnot. Because the way Bitcoin's been pumping, if the market doesn't really have a horrible recession, I can just see us going back down here to maybe the $14,000 range, not even going all the way back down here to $10,000. If we start having a deeper recession, then we start looking at $10,000, $8,000, and that's kind of a scary realm, so to speak, right? But at this point, Bitcoin's still looking pretty solid, still looking okay. We've had this really nice boom. We're just really running up into these levels of resistance. Oh gosh, I forgot I'm not zoomed in. There we go. 175 zooming for you guys. Yeah. Then you start looking at those, like what happens next after we're kind of testing this out. We just got to hope that we don't break down from this. See how we're flagging right now? Consolidating on the weekly chart with that level of resistance that we've talked about for the past 4 weeks at this point. No, it's only been about 3 weeks. 2.5 weeks. We start breaking down below that. Oh boy, things get nasty in a hurry. These higher lows get messed up. And again, that's kind of the doomsday scenario for the next few weeks that I'm concerned about. Overall, I'm sure we're going to come back down here at some point in time. For now, I'm not overly concerned about it. Down the road, though, if we have that bad recession, we're going to be coming all the way back down here to ugly levels. Which, again, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're dollar cost averaging, you're doing fine. If you guys are day trading, you guys are still fine. If you guys are swing trading, you guys are overall still fine. You just have to trade some of these larger moves, right? Tomorrow I have a video explaining how to set up the charts to look like this. I guess I'm not zoomed in again, but I'm overly zoomed in. Where you can have like the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15, 30, hourly, 2 hour, 4 hour, then Bitcoin daily chart here. You can move the daily and the monthly and everything like that around. But I've been doing a lot of work with Lux Algo, and I've been trying to figure out how to use their indicators properly. And so I'll have another tutorial about how to use them properly later on this week, if I hope. I told you guys I was going to try to do some more work on this. So this is my work as far as what I've been trying to test out here. But even looking at the Bitcoin weekly chart, forget the signals for a second here. I still think we have a while to go back down, but I do like the pump we had at least. Like, in order for me to get more bullish about Bitcoin for the long term, everybody, I mean, we would really have to start breaking back above like $32,000. And I just don't see that. Like, even if Bitcoin came up to like $27,000, $28,000 this month, I still would feel just as bearish over the next few months, because I knew that March would just be atrociously horrible for the overall market here. And sorry guys for not zooming in again. I just always forget that I need to have this at 175. But then once you have it at 175, you see how cluttered everything else looks on this thing. Let's go to auto here. Let's back out of this one very fast. And there we go. Okay. 175 still fine. Okay. Yeah. But guys, yeah, I am pretty concerned about everything as far as the market's concerned here. Just hoping that we can find a way to not break down. If you guys want to be happy, don't let Bitcoin break down. But at the end of the day, there's really nothing you can do to let Bitcoin to stop Bitcoin from breaking down. Excuse me. All right. Let me know if you guys have any questions or so, but my forecast for today is basically watch to make sure we don't break down below that 20-day moving average. I suspect if we do, we're going to be heading back down here, probably like 500 to 700 points if things get pretty nasty. The only like some happiness that I have, or some optimism I have, is the last time we were kind of dealing with this, even though we kind of went back to the same old adage of like whenever we break down, we have below moving average, we have these larger moves. Remember over here, this was a really weird thing. We just kind of have a bunch of medium small moves here, which maybe gave me a little bit of optimism. So I'm hoping maybe we don't have that happen again. I mean, like we have something like that happen again where we're kind of going down a little bit, then up. Ultimately, we ended up coming down a lot, but maybe there's an opportunity here. What gives me a little bit more pause again at this time where I'm so much more bearish, that 50-day moving average is so close, guys. That death cross is just not going to be in our favor. And I could definitely see us coming back down here below $23,000 at least within the next 24 to 36 hours. All right, let's go back over here to the 15-minute chart because nothing's going on there. Anything popping up right now? Nothing's really making any moves. I think Luna's up 2%, not much. The overall market is pretty ugly today. Last 24 hours, Nexus is up a little bit, or excuse me, NEM is up a little bit here. Stacks is up a little bit. Looks like the majority of stuff is like around here, yeah. Oh, and the one thing I wanted to tell you guys, a couple of you guys emailed me over the past weekend here asking about BUSD, and we had talked about this before. But like some of you guys were asking me, like, should you guys be holding BUSD? Because even though it's going down the market cap, you guys can see, it's no longer in like the top 4 or 5. Now it's like what, number 9 or something like that. You guys are concerned what that might mean for Binance and everything. Let me just tell you, at this point, I don't see many problems with Binance in the future unless we have like a huge scandal of some sorts. However, would I be recommending people actually be holding their stablecoin, the BUSD? At this point, even though it still has a very large market cap, I would say no, I would not recommend holding BUSD, even if Binance gives you discounts for holding it and using it to trade in other currencies. I would still not be holding it. I did a check on the Binance USD market cap today, and let's go back over here to market cap. This is just through today, guys. I mean, it's just dropping like a little bit. Not like this is like 11 billion. Now it's at 10.74 billion. So, a little bit over the last day. But you go year, you can see how much this thing has dropped. Maybe if I put this full screen for you guys. Full screen? Okay, there it goes. Yeah. You guys can see BUSD has been just falling like a rock. It started off here at the highs around 23 billion. Now it's all the way down here at about 11 billion. So again, I'm just not too excited about it. So I would not recommend holding it personally, okay? The only reason I think we actually got it this high in the first place, this little peak right here before things started to get pretty bad, this was the place to go after while FTX was crashing, okay? And remember at that time, there was also a lot of FUD going around them, all that type of stuff. I think the SEC is starting to crack down a little bit more, and that's my concern about some of these stable coins here. Hopefully Tether is okay, or at least UDSC in the long run. We need to have a stable coin. I think part of this is national security type stuff where they just want to have the dollar be absolute, especially in a time where the dollar is kind of in question as the leading currency in the world as the BRIC countries try to take it down brick by brick by brick. I mean, like India, China, yada, yada, yada. I think it's just a little bit of national security mixed in with some crypto regulations. Am I concerned about it? Enough to not want to trade it, but am I concerned about the dollar? No, not really. Right? There we go. All right. And hey, Ken, happy to see you back, man. Am I bullish or bearish in the market? I'm still bearish right now. Guys, at this point, I'm much more of a swing trader. I do my day trades, and day trades can be pretty fun. I've been doing a lot more day trading and testing out some of these indicators in the 1 to 5 minute charts. But here's the way I see it in a very simple context, okay? Like as simple as I can make this context. Let me go back over here. Let's go back over to that daily chart, all right? So I pull up Bitcoin here on the daily chart, and forget about all the waves and stuff that you guys are seeing. There's a solid level of resistance right now as far as Bitcoin's concerned, okay? A solid level of resistance around $25,000. Bitcoin could always go back up to 25,000. It could always break out above $25,000. But at this point, I made some money trading this move up here. I've made a lot of money doing some day trades over here. I don't really have an incentive to really buy at a major level of resistance. We tried for, like, what is this zone? So right there. So we tried for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's just call it around 10. 10 solid days of testing out both of these resistance levels, and we just weren't able to do it, okay? This one, we tested it for a while, failed. We finally got a big boost up, and then we failed again. I am always willing to kind of go back into a trade if I see something good. But if I buy, it's going to be because I see some type of breakout brewing, and not a breakout like that, probably something a little bit nicer than that. Or I see a larger breakdown brewing, something like that. I don't really want to buy so close to a level of resistance. And on top of that, we're at a level of resistance and we just keep on getting slammed and slammed and slammed. I'm not saying there's not an opportunity for us to go higher, but if I was to buy, I would want to buy a little bit lower here, possibly on this trend line down here, something a little bit better. But for me, it's really all been about the day trades here. Like if I maybe pop this up for you guys. Now this is a 1 minute chart, so this is a little bit different as far as how you would use this. But for an example right here, you see this buy sign right here? Buy. You see the target price? Once you get to the target price, you sell and you've done a scalp. This is a high leverage scalping technique. Most of you guys will probably not be doing this, but I've been doing this. You see a strong, this is not telling you to sell. This is just saying a strong downward move has been detected. It'll say sell right here if it detects a sell. So you short or you sell right here. And you can see as time went on, it kept on going down and you could have made some money. Again, your target price is all the way down here, but the target price at the time would be somewhere closer to here. Okay. It's like maybe if I, let's see, how would I do this? Bar replay. All right. Now I don't use the signals perfectly to like buy and sell. I kind of use my own technical analysis on top of it, but this is a minute chart. Okay. This is a minute chart. You have a sell signal or a short signal right here. You could have played that down to the target price. But if I go over here and let's just go to 3 speed, let's just wait for a signal, I guess. Okay, we had a buy signal right there. If you guys want to do the smart money concepts isn't usually something I use on the minute chart, but I haven't tested it out too much to really know if it's the best. We got some equal highs here. Let's see though. Just waiting it out. Now we have a buy signal. Let's see what happens. It didn't hit the target price here. And in fact, it hit your stop loss. You would have lost that trade right there. You got to wait for another one. Oh yeah, see what I mean? Like right here, you see how there's like this trend line right there? You don't want to play around with that at that point. You got to put your own technical analysis into it. A strong move there, you could have done it if you want to. Change of character there. I need to do a test on change of character, but let's see. I mean, stop loss here. See, hit the stop loss again. Here's a buy. Hit the target price right there. Let me go to 10x speed here. I wouldn't recommend only trading off the 1 minute chart as well. You'd want to see what's going on the 5 and whatnot. So that change of character ended up working out. That change of character did not. Do I have the alerts on this one actually for? Oh, these are long-term alerts. That's why. Okay. Yeah, this isn't set up for the proper 1 minute, but that's fine. You can see the sell right there. That one worked out that we were just talking about. Then I think we get to where we are now. We're somewhere there. The strong move that hit there, that worked out fine. Yeah, buy there, that worked out fine. But yeah, so you want to be scalping. Well, that's why I've been doing a lot of scalping. But again, when I scalp, it's something more like, I don't have 8 normally. I'd probably have 6. Zoom out back to 100. And so what I'm doing here is I'm looking at the 1 minute chart, but I can see that on the 5 minute chart, we just had a breakout here. On the 15-minute chart, we have a change of character that's much more reliable than it is on the 5-minute chart and the 1 minute chart. And we're still kind of in this overall bullish move. On the 1 hour chart, though, things don't look as clear. It looks like we could actually have a shorter boost as far as Bitcoin in the short term here. But again, it doesn't really look too good just because of that really crazy move we had yesterday. And on the 2 hour chart, a little bit better. The 4 hour chart over here, again, had one of those breakouts, but kind of going more sideways here. I like to trade more in times when we're having more volatility. Like you can see this candle right there. That's more of when I'd be trading on some type of break of resistance. So you kind of have to time when you even want to be doing your scalping, which can be annoying, especially if you guys have a 9 to 5 job. But if you guys have the ability to trade during volatility on like an hour chart or a 4 hour chart, that's when you most likely want to be scalping. But it's like we haven't had much volatility here. Like what's today so far? Yeah. This whole day yesterday, it wasn't much volatility at all. The day before that, sure, you could have had some bigger moves. But at this point, I don't think there was much volatility for today. I've been too busy to do my course to actually tell. But let me see. Is this Monday? That's not volatility. Let's see how far I can scroll back on this without getting TradingView mad at me. This is Thursday. This is a little bit better. This is a little bit better here. Okay. In this circumstance, I wouldn't be using the premium one. Because wouldn't this be off? Yeah, I think this would be off normally, but that's okay. So for now, just look at the buy sell signals, I guess I would say. Replay. Let's go over here. Just 10x speed to check it out. So you have strongs, you have your first sell here. You can do it the stop loss if you want to, or you can keep on holding. It all kind of depends on your strategy. If you guys are using the 5 minute chart, you guys might have seen more of a downtrend here. But you can see how it kind of rides this wave here for your opportunities to scale out. I don't know if there's going to be a buy signal anytime soon. But more volatility like this is what you're looking to trade so you can kind of hold on for a little bit longer period of time. So there's a buy signal there. You have your first opportunity to scale it if you want to. And so you can see how you can have different plays. But the way I have this set up right now, I believe it's on a long trend, which is a little bit different. So if I go over here very fast, this is on this is on one. You should see something like, yeah, long trend right here. Oh, you guys probably can't see that. There's a short, medium, and long trend. Short trend gives you way more signals, which I don't like. There's a sell signal right there, but see how there's like all these buy strong. Yeah, you don't want that on this one. You want the long term normally, or medium term, I would say. Some signals. What else is here? And again, just don't use just the 1 minute chart, please. You got to have an idea of what's going on here. But that buy signal seems to have worked out a little bit here. Yeah. But basically, during times of volatility is usually where you guys want to be scalping because there's so much more movement. There's a sell right there. Hit the price target. Let's see, does the sell still going to work out? Sell still working out. Let me zoom out so you guys can see the sell signals here and how they're working out. Remember, strong doesn't mean buy. It just means there's a strong move right there. I feel like they need to explain that a little bit better. I really do. You have the buy signal right there. Does it hit the stop loss, target price? It hits the target price. After that, who knows? Double top, playing out, breakdown, test, retest. You can always enter back there for a scalp. But yeah, forget about the change of characters here. I don't use them for the 1 minute chart. No, I should have that customized though. There's another sell, hit the target prices. So it really depends on how long you want to be in the market here, because you can always adjust these numbers. Like I think there's a way, if I go over here to, yeah, I have it at 5. You guys can adjust this like 8, and you're going to see how big these stop losses get. If they want to update, there you go. See how they're much wider. So you see that strong move down, you wouldn't have bought there. This buy signal didn't end up working out though. And so if you have your stop losses, you're good. But again, you got to see what's going on. You don't want to really buy at a squeeze moment like that. Buy right here, that didn't work out. Hit the stop loss. Oh, we're still on Thursday. I wonder how this looked out. It's still pretty volatile. Yeah, it's still okay. Buy right there worked out pretty well. This buy didn't work out. Oh yeah, you buy right there, you're still making money, I guess. Yeah, you just can't be fooled by those strong moves. It really depends if you have your stop losses set a different way. Like one other thing I would say, if you go over here and you make that stop loss all up to 10, you're giving yourself more risk but more opportunity for profit. There you go. See how it popped up a little bit more? So your stop losses are a little bit better and your target price is a little bit better as well. Oh geez, what a scalp that would have been. Just, yeah, that'd been a 1 minute scalp. Oh, that wasn't a buy, it was a strong sell. Yeah, so you get the buy. See what happens? Nope, hit the stop loss. So basically, you have an opportunity though to make a lot of money while scalping, but again, you got to have leverage, which is always kind of crazy if you ask me. There we go. There. Let's go back over here. Let's go back over to the 175. Look, I would say. It feels weird being zoomed in and not being zoomed in as far as these charts are concerned. There we go. But yeah, I'm much more bearish overall, but for me, it's been a lot of day trading. I would say probably not on the 1 minute chart as much. Usually the 5 minute chart, the 15-minute charts are better for getting in and out of trades. But the 1 minutes, I would say more fun to have on the stream with you guys, so you guys can see what's actually going on as far as, tick by tick. Name is Pippin. I want a coupon code. Oh yeah, don't worry, my man. You're a mod. You'll probably just get it for free. What do you call it? Yeah, mods are just get it for free. I don't know how the coupon codes work though, but so it's I have to figure out how everything works for you, and I'll see how the coupon system works for there, but I'll get it to you free if I can for moderators, since you guys have been here forever. Oh, it's right here. And hey, Doodle, happy to see you back, my man. Oh, making a move right here. I've been having fun trading the TMBR since last Tuesday. Do you have any thoughts? And hey, Jim Bob, if it's been working out for you and you're making money on it, double down and keep on trading it. Just make sure to keep track of it. Keep track of how it's working out for you and what patterns you're doing the best on. If the market's continuing to be this kind of volatile throughout the day, it's going to be a good sign for you, I would say, to keep on making some more money. You can see overall, it's kind of a sideways day, but we did have some large moves in the Dow and the S&P and the NASDAQ a little bit towards the morning. Seems like the morning hours have been much more popular over the past few days. I haven't seen much other really movement today. If you go over here to the SPY, I've been checking out some of my oil companies, and PXD is popping back off today, which has been pretty nice. Tesla had a really big move. I think I heard on Twitter that Elon Musk is now the richest person in the world again. So, a lot of fun stuff. I would keep on doubling down and trading it. It seems like you got a good rhythm here. It's like shooting threes sometimes. If you got a rhythm, just keep on doing it. Just, be careful with it, of course. Don't get too much confidence where you're like making like 10 times the trades or something like that. And then Monica, interested to hear how you would play Ape in the light of the news and the vote coming up in March. Do you see Ape making $4 to $5 and AMC 10 to 12 before March vote? Let's focus on AMC, I would say. Broke right above the 200 daily moving average here. Decent uptrend over the past few weeks. That's pretty nice. Did we break out above this today? I hit it right on the dot. Okay. In the short term here, I'd probably have some type of selling point between $8.40 and $9.16. I bet it's going to be kind of a hard nut to crack for that to break out unless we have some good news following it, As far as the news, you were talking about it getting up to $10 to $12. I don't know actually what the shorts are on this one. Still is about a 23%, not a crazy one as you might expect, but I guess they're tired of getting burned here. I could see it getting up that high. I'd be much more cautious about buying options to that effect, though, just because you never know what the news is going to be from day to day. One piece of bad news could kill any calls that you might have. One piece of good news could kill any puts that you have, especially at a level of resistance like there is right now. I think if we go over here to the 15-minute chart, yeah, we just tapped right on it. They got rejected. It's still grinding up bit by bit, though, so that's pretty nice. Can I go to extended trading hours? How's the extended trading hours? Still showing signs of resistance, but overall still looking okay. I would say $10 to $12 is definitely possible. I would try to have at least one scale up point between 840 and 916. That way you're able to make some money there. And once you actually do make it above $9, I'd probably have that final stop loss way back down there, 8 to 850. That way, no matter what, you're still walking with a profit. Let me go over here for you very fast. What do I have the settings for this at right now? Out of the money orders, some more aggressive. We can check that off. We can have all orders in here. It's not too crazy. Anything else? Okay. Where's the highest premium at this point? Okay. We already have it set up for that. 746 spot. $4 strike. Expiring on the 3rd here. $4. That's okay. That's in the money. So you have a $10 call that expires March 10th here at 156,000 premium. $10 strike price. That's again about like $3, $2.50 above where we are currently. They bought it really cheap though, and it's unusual aggressive, and it was a sweep, so they were buying on all exchanges. 33 cents. What time did they buy this? 223. These guys are expecting a breakout, but they're probably going to trade it for like maybe 1 to 2 days. I can check it out very fast. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Basically, what I did by clicking on that is made all of it the ones that expire over next week. That's okay. I mean, it's better to see all that type of stuff anyway. Let's see. There's some dark pool data on here as well, though. So you got some institutional buyers definitely going in here. They bought at 34 cents. The current price is around 41. So yeah, they've made some decent money off of that, especially with a $156,000 premium here. Let me go back over here though. Let's get rid of. Yeah, we'll find right here. You got some bearish ones. That's 11.50. That's in the money. In the money. $7. Oh, out of the money. Okay, here we go. This might be the hedge for this guy's up here play, but they expect it to be $7 by the 3.3. They bought it at 50 cents. It looks like. What is this one here? Let's go. There we go. Sorry about that. They bought it at 50 cents and it's currently at 50 cents. So they actually haven't lost any money, made any money off of that one yet. That's an interesting play. But you have this call right here, $7 in the money, but they could have bought that in the morning when it wasn't at 7.50. 88, 89 cents. That's not too bad. So let's see. People are definitely bullish going into this for next Friday. Pretty bullish for next Friday. Or is it this Friday? Excuse me, that's this Friday. Sorry, that's this Friday. That's why they're so cheap. So you got a lot of like $7 to $10 call strikes here, or strike prices here for calls that would expire this Friday, and people are putting some money behind it. $30,000. This is in the money here. Oh yeah. And it looks like they're doing this because they're very cheap. 30 cents, 31 cheap. So the theta must be kind of crazy on this. So it could be some fun, but be careful if you're going to do options. If you're going to do options on something like this, it's always hard to do these ones because there's so much flow in and out. I would say a $10 call strike price for next Friday may be kind of fun to play around with. $10 for this Friday, it's going to be kind of wild. I would hope that somehow if it does crash back down, like you see this come back all the way down here to like 652, then I might look for like a $10 strike price, maybe just $8 strike price for next Friday and see how that works out for you. This thing has been pretty volatile so far, but you did just smack dab run into a level of resistance. As you kind of see what happens after it breaks it above this 200 daily moving average, I would try to play it, but I think, yeah, I can definitely hit the $10, $12. I would just take a little bit of a nibble off around the $8.50 to $9.50 range first. But yeah, seems like it'd be just fine. I would have fun trading it, is what I mean. Oh, there you go. And the options, at least for this Friday, seem to be on your side. And well, yeah, overall whale sentiment is definitely bullish here. Let me reset this very fast. I want to reset everything. Let's reset. And let's just go back over here to at here. Oh gosh, my brain's already going back to it. AMC. Keep on thinking Apple. So strike price put, say that's in the money. That's in the money. People are trying to buy us some shorts on this sucker, that's for sure. When does this expire? 317. Okay, yeah, they think it's gonna go back down. Premium. Whoa, that's a lot of money. Oh, that's 519 though. That's a while. 519, 616, 616. A lot of these puts are way, way, way out there. So hedge funds are trying to get some more shorts here for the long term. That's what they're doing. Wow, most of the money is going for bearish. Yeah, look at that. Almost all bearish in the long term here as far as this premium is concerned. Oof. Yeah, short term, you can definitely have some more fun over the next week and a half. Careful as you kind of go time for time. They're not really betting big on it as far as what it looks like now. There you go. Yeah, Jay, I can bring my mic a little bit closer. Sorry, guys. My mic has been doing something weird because I've been messing around with it so much. Maybe let me turn on my gain a second. Maybe that sounds a little bit better. I know it's a little bit louder now. There you go. That should hopefully work out. My mic is going out randomly. Oh shit, I hope it's not the, what do you call? It could be the software thing I told you guys about the other day, but I'll see if it's working. Let me put my own audio on. Let's turn that off. There you go. Okay, I think that should work out a little bit more. I turned my gain up a lot more. Hopefully it's not getting too crazy there. I'm looking at my Yeti signal thing I have on my Streamlabs, and it looks like it's going into the red, so it's peaking a little bit, but not over the peaking, so we'll see. Mic is clipping. All right, let's see. Auto-correcting got me. Your microphone is randomly cutting. Yep, audio clip is very bad. Let's see. I'm trying to listen to it now as I can. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully that works out. A year ago when I was looking for any influencer who would tell me that tomorrow I would reach my mistake. Now I'm trying to cut out the hype and hopium pushers like kicking an addiction. It can be tough, guys. It can be really, really tough. And let me know if my audio is still cracking out, going in and out though. I'm looking at it. I'm sounding. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Much better now? Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm also like listening to myself like with my own lag that I have and hoping that it fixes the problem a little bit more. I'll figure it out later on too as well. This microphone has been having some weird issues. I also got a new like little pump thing on top of it, so that might be the issue here. But hopefully it fixes up pretty well because I need to record all this stuff I've been doing for you. And hey, Kevin, hope you're doing well. Let me know if you have any questions, man. Hey, Michael, what caused the market down today? The Biden loan forgiveness in front and SCOTUS or Trump's statement today on Rumble? I don't think it was really either of them. I think the market, from a technical perspective, is just trying to level off at some of those levels of support, whether it's like the NASDAQ or the Dow Jones. Everything's kind of fighting a support level right now. The Dow Jones fighting support, NASDAQ fighting some support around the 200, the SPY fighting some support here on these moving averages as well. Honestly, I heard about the Biden loan forgiveness, but I didn't hear about Trump's statement today on Rumble. So let me Google that very fast. News? I didn't, if you could explain it to me, that'd be awesome because I'm not seeing anything as far as Google's concerned right now. Past 24 hours. No, I don't know. I didn't really watch much news today. I've been busy making nachos. Let's see. But yeah, I don't know what's going on as far as they're concerned now. There you go. Let me see. Let me know if my audio is working a little bit better, guys. Test, 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 test. Seems fine to me, but again, I'm not going to doubt you guys or tell my audio is choppy, especially when everybody's saying it. Oh, it's right here. Have I ever used option strat? Let me Google it here. I have not. Build a strategy, options traders toolkit, trade smarter with option strat, intuitive visualization and analysis tool. I have not, but I would try to test it out just to see if it works. Start trial. How much does it cost? Free, delayed prices, limit option flow, basic features, app access. $15 a month. Start 7-day trial. I mean, I would say it's probably worth it to try to test out the live options tool here. If you guys want the live option flow, this is always worth it. Most of option flow is going to be around $50 or so. I would say probably don't get the $50 version, because typically what I like to do is just look at the option flow from perhaps Schwab or Fidelity, if you guys have their systems, or TD Ameritrade, and usually that's good enough for me. And then live options tool is probably $15, which seems kind of reasonable here. Let me reach out to them and see if I can become an affiliate for them. And then if they let me become an affiliate, I can get free access to this. And if I get free access to it, I can just run a test for you very fast and see if it's actually worth putting your money behind it. Because the only one I use right now is Livestream. And this one's pretty nice. I mean, it's kind of odd sometimes when I use it because, again, I'm zoomed in so much so you guys can see everything that's going on. That's the only hiccup I have with it. But again, like, how many people have really used their applications like this fully zoomed in? It's not a smart thing to do. But the main reason I like this one is mostly, again, just because it has the chart, so you guys can see what's happening, to the actual options price, right? So you can see this person bought it at 670. It's currently at 627. I like to be able to visualize what's happening with the options prices, because sometimes it just shows you a different story than what you might be thinking of. Let me reach out to these guys. Option strat. I bet they have an affiliate section maybe somewhere. Risky. Oh, yeah. Okay. Implied volatility. Oh, that's not bad. Volume overlay. Optimize a trade. Target price. Oh, affiliate program right here. Lifetime revenue share. Earn 10% to 30% on all sales you generate for a lifetime of their subscription. App and website support. Marketing material. Okay. Easy payouts. I'm sure that I'd be able to get this for free and then just like literally just run like an extended review of it. That's what I've been doing for Lux Algo right now, and Lux Algo is not paying me anything. Well, none of the people that sponsor the channel actually pay me anything. I just have really good connections with them, so they give you discounts, they give you little bonus stuff. But I don't actually make money off of it unless you guys actually use them, if that makes sense. But in short, almost anything: YouTube channels, Discord chats, TikTok influencers, bloggers. All are welcome, and we're open to any ideas, including deeper partnerships. Let me reach out to these guys, because I have a history, like a professional work history, as far as option flow data. So let me reach out to them. I don't know how to reach out to them now. Oh, contact right there, nice and easy. Yeah, for business inquiries, I would email them right here. Let me save this as a bottom part right here. Actually, let me do this. Let's do this, and let's drag this open to the second desktop, and I can just look at it later. All right, there we go. I'll give it a look. But at this point, it seems okay. I would want to test it out and see if they have anything else like it. But I'll look into it for you. I need to do a review on this program as well, as far as how to look at option flow. But let me see. Yeah, because I don't think they have that same type of system. I think these guys would be it'd be worth it for these guys to also have one. There we go. Let's go back over here to Bitcoin 5-minute chart. Yeah, Bitcoin's been doing a whole bunch of nothing over the past few minutes. We're going to put the 1-minute chart on here. This is the second chart. 1-minute chart here, just to make it look a little bit more interesting. The free version I use, I have never tried it though, but I can try to get the paid version and see how it works out. Hey Mike, I want to do some puts on Netflix, but I heard they cut prices in certain regions. What's a good strike price? Be careful with Netflix, because you guys know it's always pretty crazy. The thing can moves up and down like wildfire these days. I know. I see you, Loki. Loki just put his head on my leg and is like, "Hey, what you doing?" And I get some belly rubs. Okay, so puts definitely seems like the good opportunity here. be careful because it did just find a little bit of support. Usually the way I'd be trading this is waiting for it to break down a little bit. Otherwise, I'm afraid because of how irrational the market's been, you could see it pump up a little bit higher just to test out maybe the 330s, 340s. And again, if it does that, that's like a $20 jump. That'd be kind of scary. You see this like, let's put it right here. See a level of resistance right there? Broke back down. I can see it coming, doing it curl back from there if you're not lucky, if you're not, if the trade doesn't go in your favor, excuse me. Like that. Okay. If you're going to trade it for the next few days or the next few hours, like you're going to do a day trade, 310 strike price seems reasonable. If you're a day trade for tomorrow, 310 strike price seems reasonable. If you're going to try to hold it until Friday, I'd really be looking at something more of a 310 to 315. Unless you're expecting something really, really nasty to happen. I haven't seen that much news. Then you might be expecting something more of the realm of 300 or so. I would be more likely to try to hold this out until next week. So for that, I'd be looking more like a $300 strike price because overall the market does look pretty nasty. You can see this thing coming back down. You can see that death cross coming over the horizon any day now or next week sometime. But let's see. I would really want this sucker to break down first before I opened up a trade. Because if you open up some puts tomorrow, I mean, it could literally just go like this and then all of a sudden just bounce back up. So that's why I'm saying day trading seems to be my preferred method right now, where you could buy around the 310 strike price. And then you could try to scale out as it hits like maybe 318, 316, 314. Let me go over here very fast since we got this open. What? Okay, I can't even click it right now. Okay. There we go. Some calls coming in here, 325. That's what most of the premium is. Well, that is most of the premium. Mine have already preset. 3. What did they buy this? Earlier this morning? How does it look since then? Yeah, geez, I was thinking about this. Like, this was a horrible trade. They bought at 825, and the price right now is at 585. They've lost a lot of money so far, but they're expecting this thing to bounce even higher tomorrow, as far as what it looks like now. 320. These guys loaded up. Oh, and they doubled down in the afternoon. No, they doubled down. No, this is the same price. 227, 23, 9:30 a.m., 9:30 a.m., just a few seconds apart. They must have thought this thing was going up. Because they originally bought for around $7, $7 bid. Then literally within like 30 seconds later, that price had gone from $7 to $8.25 that they were paying for. Whoa, these guys are losing a bunch of money on this trade. But as far as puts, you see a 327 here. Not much, 322. There's not many people buying puts, it looks like right now. You got a 320 call. That's in the money now. It was a bought in the money. 320 call right here, also in the money. You're not really seeing much. Bearish flow here, to be honest. So I'd be more hesitant over the next few days. I'd be looking for an entry position for puts for sure, but I would only be day trading puts at this point until you get that breakdown here. That'd make me much more confident of this overall move. So I'm still kind of scared. It might head back up to this level of resistance we were just talking about, kind of around that 330 level, somewhere right around there. I think I might pop up back there just for like a couple hours, then eventually come back down. If you have another opportunity to open up puts around 330 or 334, I would say that's going to be a good opportunity. Then you could hope for that reversal there. I haven't checked out how these indicators work on this one, so let me check this out very fast. Actually, let me go over here. I can do it like this. Now that I have this open, this can make my life so much easier. Let's go back to 8. Let's go to the daily. Let's go over here and go to breakouts, Netflix. How accurate is this on the daily chart? You got the bearish move there. You got your target prices really back down here out to around 270. Yeah. weekly. The weekly chart, we just had a breakdown, right? No, we haven't had the breakdown yet. What about this? Breakdown there, but that's not as important. Yeah, I would still be fine kind of going around that 310 for like maybe the next 2 days. If you're looking for a larger move, I'd wait for it to pop back up just a little bit if you can. And then really the $300 strike price would probably be good if you wanted to hold it until next Friday, or at least, next Monday, Tuesday after this next expiration date here. I'm interested to see what's going to happen over here though. Like this thing is probably prepping for a pretty decent move down here. I'd probably say this week or next week. This week can be pretty nasty, but I think next week could really be bad for this. Overall, the signal's still green though if you're looking at some of these plays, but my gosh, look at that. Short term bad, but yeah, that's not too much. Yeah, I'd be more willing to buy some puts, but I would hopefully be able to buy puts at a higher price than it is tomorrow, than it is today tomorrow, if that makes sense. Oh, Bitcoin daily. That's exactly what we're looking for right there. Okay. Back over there. Even Apple's okay. Microsoft's breaking down right now. Ouch. Tesla's still doing okay. Consolidation. Amazon's still breaking down. MU's still coming down. Nvidia's actually still doing pretty solidly after that earnings report. AMD down. Facebook down. Home Depot down a lot after a bad earnings report. I mean, like Intel's about to hit new lows that it hasn't seen in years. Gosh, what the heck is going on right now? Even Bank of America is breaking down right now. Yeah. The market overall is in a good spot, so I'd definitely be more interested in being bearish right now than bullish. That's for sure, Can. Okay, there we go. Let's go 1 minute chart here. I want to see something happen. See. Watch it on your own time, Michael. What do you call? Let's see. Audio is much better now. Oh yeah, as far as all that stuff, I'll figure it out later on. It's not too big of a deal here. Let's see. Audio is much better now. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. No worries, Can. Yeah, I don't. As far as my audio is concerned, it's been weird since the computer had the audio issue. I'll see if it's if I need to restart my computer again or something like that. Because the only way I fixed it last time was by restarting my computer, and I can't restart my computer in the middle of the stream. That would not be a big fun thing to do, right? But yeah, I'll figure it out. It's not the end of the world here, but thanks for letting me know, guys. Hopefully with the gain turned up a little bit more, it's not going to be cutting off too much or cutting off at all, maybe. I don't know. Let's go over here very fast. Let's get rid of the guide stuff I was talking about, the format stuff I was talking about, Binance stuff we can keep back over here. Excuse me. Let's see. One of everything's been popping off for the last few days, like at least in the top 100. We're talking about Zim here, NIM, Stacks, 0.05. Let me open this. It's slowed down a little bit over the last hour. Hey, Jakes, let's try this one right here. Yeah, this seems to be one of the only moves, big things moving right now, at least on Binance, or top 100, I would say. Oh, yeah, you can see some of those buy signals way down here. Geez, that's a small buy signal for a 5-minute chart. There you go. At least we have something to look at right now. Let me go back over here as well. Because I wanted to show you guys the market calendar coming up for this week, or coming up for next week. So before we go back to that, today we had some durable good orders. Those seem to be worse than expectations. That we lost a little bit down there. Core orders, nothing there. Pending home sales, that was Blockbuster. We talked about that a little bit here. I think actually if you go over to CNBC, they talked about it for a second. Nope, I don't see it there. They said something about like it's good news, but it's not going to last forever type of talk, right? The US and China have a culture clash around their telephone hotline. Oh, geez. Rupert Murdoch, I don't care about him. I don't care about Mark Zuckerberg too much. Everybody's talking about AI nowadays. I heard Elon Musk is going to do some more AI work because he he co-founded the OpenAI system. I'm kind of interested to see how all that works out. Anything else here? No, it should be good. Okay, buddy, I'm going to end the stream. Looks like this thing's even come back down and nobody's talking in the chat here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, you guys will also be having a couple of videos pop up. The big one for tomorrow, though, is basically how to set up your charts on TradingView. That one's mostly going to go over how I set up these more premium ones. I go back over here to the 100% one right here. There you go. How I set up my charts like this. Normally, I think I just do 6 though. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. I'll try to figure out a way to get people to chat more on the streams. I know it's kind of annoying when everything's kind of slow like it is right now. But hopefully tomorrow the market will pick